Alright, you guys, I know I had to go back in. I keep dreaming about this poor Gannon, and if I don't feel like something is solved, it'll keep bothering me. So, let me state, I'm not a doctor, counselor, or professional at that stature in any way. I'm a card reader. My thoughts and opinions will not always be right. They are mine. It is what I'm guided to see. We are all here to help however we can. I do dream about this situation a lot. The universe asks that we share our skills. Gannon deserves justice, and he will get it through all of our help. I am a Gemini. I'm inquisitive, and I'm resilient. I won't stop till things make sense. On that note, let's go back in. So, like I said, Gannon caught her. The question is going to be, was it sexually, illegal drugs, performing a ritual, and was it this candle rug situation she's talking about? Now, I want to go back to this again. So something in the house, and him being the child, he caught her, and then seeing this couple in the card leads me to that. That's one reason. This one too, when I thought about it, if it looks like she's laying down on a bed, a little restrained, maybe somebody restrained and left her. Pretty funny. Or the other thing I was thinking is, if this guy was not physically in the house, she was sexually Skyping. And that's what I think is going on here. It was a gathering, a sinister gathering. Again, something in the house, love in the house, and it doesn't have to be he's physically there. And then we get to the Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So again, a couple, even though they're not in the house, could be the web. Something deceitful happening. And Gannon catching her. So I'm going to stick with that story. That's what my cards are telling me. Other things I wanted to point out. I'm going to go back here for a minute. I don't know if this is Al, and I don't mean to make assumptions about anyone's health, so I want to apologize for that. I don't know who this is, and I don't know if they are healthy or unhealthy. I'm just, again, going by what the cards say. The other thing I wanted to look at, I want to read this card because it's a little different in this. It says, and I did want to point out that that young boy is naked, which is a little worrisome. But it says, naked and vulnerable, a child returns to the awesome great mother to overcome an impasse such as the Five of Cups suggests. The Six invokes a usable psychological technique, the inner return to childhood. Hidden memories of childhood impelled the ancients to visualize their divine ancestors as giants, which is how every child sees adults. Therefore, the primal great mother was a giantess, a mountain, or a pyramidal tomb womb in humanity's legendary golden age. the period of dependency, when law was based on maternal blood bonds, such as a psychic return means deep memory, old fears, loves and longings, living in the past or searching the past for help, seeking mother wisdom. So that's a little bit of a different take on regular Rider-Waite Six of Cups. Okay, what else? This. Now this was the question about the neighbor and what he observed. And I love this card for him. Kind of depicts him, and I want to say thank you to him. Like I said, the universe was guiding him to look at his footage. If you see there, he's kind of, in this card it would be, he's the magician, and he is performing, he's summoning up something, kind of like the video footage. But the other thing I loved about this was this card coming out, which means that's what he was watching. And like I said, the lion is in the strength card numerous times. Let's show you. We already know this depicts Letitia in this reading. There's another strength card that came out in the reading. The lion. There is another strength card that came out in the reading. Letitia is a Leo. And this is not the strength card, but this was what came out when asked what the neighbor was observing. One thing I did want to look at was, so there's pentacles. This is the Ten of Pentacles, which speaks of family, big money, celebrations. It's supposed to speak of joy, but how this lion is sitting on the rocks, like it's guarding something. It's a little worrisome also. The other thing I noticed was, and I did say I thought she was a little overtly happy that he was passing, and I don't know that to be true. I just know that the Sun card came out with the scythe, and this depicts happiness, and that depicts death. But a mindset like hers, oh, this is the other thing I wanted to point out. So this crossroads one, the terrain, and I mean, usually I think of a crossroads with the train, so I don't know if those go together. Maybe somewhere he was kept until he could be moved. The other thing I think is, so that person came and picked him up from Petco. I believe that she drove to Castle Rock, makes an exchange, but had to go twice because she didn't have her phone and the guy was running late. He took Gannon somewhere, and Gannon was either sick, weak,